Okay, this is Jacob Schmitt with DeerHuntingSchool.com. This video here, I believe it's the 6th update for the Deer Hunt 2018 hunting plan that I'm doing. Okay, the weekly update. I believe this is the 6th one, somewhere in there. It's October the 25th, nevertheless, 2018, right now as I'm recording this video. Okay, so last week, if you've been following along, you know I killed a doe Saturday morning. And then Saturday, I didn't have time because I had to get her skinned on ice and all that good stuff. I didn't have time to go back Saturday evening, but I said I was going to hunt the same stand the Sunday morning. So I did. I went in, hunted that stand. On my walk-in is way before daylight. I got in, well, not way before, 45 minutes before daylight when I was walking in. So I got set up and everything about 20, 30 minutes before daylight. But anyways, on my walk-in, I noticed that someone had drove a truck down in there, and I'm assuming they didn't drive the truck in there to pick up Bambi. Okay, so I assume somebody probably killed a good deer or a bear or something like that. I don't know. But I will say this. When I walked out, I looked at tire tracks, and then I went to the other guy that I talked to. I went and looked where he parked, and it was different tire tracks. So it was somebody else went in there and hunted that evening or they did something. So that's 3 people. That's counting myself. That's 3 people hunting this small area. And I'm hunting a large, guys, I'm hunting a very large public property here, okay? So I don't feel that there's any reason for me to hunt in an area with that much pressure. So I just, Sunday evening, I'm done. I'm done with the area. It's a good buck and everything, but he's not the, actually, he's by far not the biggest buck that I know is out there. I have trail camera pictures of a 155, 160 inch buck. So there's some good deer out here. Not a bunch. There's not a bunch of deer like that. That's a very good public land deer for this area. But they're there. So there's no sense in me to continue try to bang it out. That's one thing I see, guys. They make this mistake. They just can't get it out of their mind that, hey, there's a buck here. There's a buck here. And if I stuck with him, there's a chance I could kill him. Especially that the rut's coming in hard and heavy. I mean, right now it's coming in hard and heavy. It's October 25th. Okay, if you have a November rut. So I moved on. I went to another area that is known for. It's kind of what I do sometimes. I like doing it in the afternoon. I go to a spot that I'm planning on hunting. I plan on hunting it this weekend. It's one of my rut spots. It's in the seeking phase spots. It's a little funnel. But I wanted to it's kind of a hunting deal. I guess you could say oh goodness, I can't think of the word. I say it all the time. I can't think of it. Observation stand, I guess you could say, but it's really not an observation stand because you really can't see that far. It's a funnel. But I wanted to kind of scout it. It's hard to get in there. It's a lot of work to get in there. So I went in there, set up, and went ahead and hunted. There's no sense in me walking in there, walking out with the difficulty it is to hunt. So there he is. 15 yards from my tree, there's 2 scrapes under the same tree. I mean, good scrapes. They got one dug out 2 or 3 inches down into the soil. So they've been hitting it hard. Bucks is coming through there. So that's where I'm hunting Saturday morning, which is, today is Thursday, October 25th. So not tomorrow, but the next day I plan on hunting there. It's still muzzleload season. My wife, if she wants to hunt this weekend in the muzzleload season, if she wants to hunt, she's going to hunt the evening. She doesn't like getting up early in the morning. So if she wants to hunt in the evenings, I'm going to take her hunting. So that's, if that's up to her. If she wants to hunt, I took her yesterday evening and she missed a doe. Anyways, she had to freehand it because a tree limb fell on our 2-man stand down at our lease and ripped the shooting rest off of the stand. So I've got to get another shooting rest or fix that one or something. But anyways, it was broke yesterday. Or I don't remember broke. Pretty big tree limb fell. Luckily, it didn't wipe the stand out. I guess it just barely caught the shooting rail because the shooting rail's it's kind of flimsy. It's made to rest a gun on, So anyway, she had to freehand it and she missed the deer. It's pretty tough to. I would rather freehand with a bow. I'd rather have a bow in my hand with a 30-yard shot
than to have to freehand a 30-yard shot. You know, I feel like I have a better chance hitting that deer with a bow than I do freehanding a gun. It's hard to hold steady. Well, bow to me is really easy to hold steady. So, anyways, it's that she missed a doe. So if she wants to hunt this weekend, because there's only 2 days of muzzleload season, well, there's actually 3 tomorrow, but we're not hunting tomorrow. So if she wants to hunt, I'm gonna take her hunting in the evenings. But I plan on hunting. If that's what she wants to do, I'm gonna hunt the. It's actually the Mountain Bucks stand. If you're a Masters member, you know what I'm talking about. It's the Mountain Bucks course in the Masters thing. It's that stand that inspired me to make that course. Okay, I'm gonna hunt that. If she doesn't hunt in the evenings, I'm going to hunt that in the morning, and then I'm going to move to another spot that's a pretty good evening spot that this time of year, a good scrape line usually pops up and some fresh rubs, and where these bucks come cruising through. I'm going to move to it and hunt that in the evenings. Okay, so, that just depends on how that goes. But I will say one thing, guys. The rut's coming on hard and heavy right now. It is fixing, if you have a November rut, it's coming on. I mean, really fast. The bucks are fixing to start seeking. I will say that if I stuck with this deer that I was hunting earlier, my chances would continuously rise pretty fast over the next week, week and a half of killing this deer. But I'm not going to do it. It's just, to me, it doesn't make any sense when you have a huge public ground area like I have to hunt in the middle of hunting pressure, because it's just flat out it's harder to kill heavily pressured deer. And I have areas that the pressure is just almost none. So there's areas that I have that I've scouted out and I've found on aerial photos, and I've went back and looked. There's nobody going back in there hunting them. So it's just a no-brainer. It's easier to kill deer that aren't pressured than it is deer that are pressured like crazy. Now the whole area is pressured like crazy. There's a bunch of people hunt it. But they only hunt certain areas, okay? If you can get into these areas like I'm talking about, I talk about like in my finding and hunting pressured nocturnal mature rutting bucks course. I talk about like you got to get into these areas where these deer just are not pressured, as much. The lower the pressure you have, the easier it is to kill deer. And when you're hunting big areas like this, if you can use the hunting pressure around you, it just intensifies these other areas. Because the deer, if in their home range, they won't move like completely abandon their home range. But they're not going to move nearly as well in the areas that are heavily pressured. They'll go back into these other areas that there's nobody at, and they'll move there during the daytime, and then they'll move these other areas at night. I mean, they're not going to walk 4 or 5 miles, to find somewhere where there's nobody hunting. The deer, they're not going to abandon their home range. But if you've got these secluded areas or overlooked areas or whatever, them are the places you want to be. So, it makes no sense for me to hunt up there with 3 guys on a small area. And there's actually 4 guys for sure, because there's another guy hunting down. And I'm going to make a course on this in the Masters course on this deer, what I went through to find it, and so you Master Course members know, next bow season, early season, exactly what to go do, and what to look for and how it's inspired, and some mistakes I made. I made a couple mistakes. For one, actually, the buck, I seen him 2 weeks ago on a Sunday morning. I believe he's seen me or smelled me. That's the reason I didn't kill him. He got within 60 yards. He's seen me or smelled me. I think he one of both. I don't know. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. So, guys, the thing is right now, if you've got a November rut, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a whitetail hunter, you got to be super excited because it's fixing to start. I mean, any second or already. There's bucks they're seeking. There's bucks that are breeding does right now. There's does that are coming into estrus. Guarantee you, if you have a November rut, a December rut, you still may have a doe or 2 coming in estrus very soon. So, guys, it's fixing to get excited in the woods. I'm getting prepared to spend long hours on the deer stand. That's what it takes to be successful, is get into spots where
in the home range, in the core areas of where bucks are. Get on scrape lines, rub lines, get in funnels where you know bucks are coming through. Get in doe bedding areas, really close to doe bedding areas, things like that. And the seeking phase is coming. It's fixing to kick off any day. Okay, so this weekend I'm hunting a funnel in the morning. I'm going to hunt like I already talked about. I'm going to hunt a rub line, scrape line. These are areas where bucks are visiting. Okay, and when they go to seeking, they're going to cover a lot more ground during the daytime in their home range. Okay, so the chances of them revisiting one of these scrapes or walking through one of these funnels increases big time. Okay, doesn't mean that he's going to walk through every day. Most likely, every 24 hours, he's going to come through there, or multiple bucks. So, it's time to buckle down, hunt hard, pack your lunch, and get after it. Hunt them hard. It's time to really dig down and put the hours in and the time in. And that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to hunt really hard in the mornings. If my wife wants to go hunt in the evening, I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna hunt, till basically I get down and get back, make me a sandwich, take her hunting. Okay, I'm gonna be hunting. If she don't want to hunt, I'm gonna hunt. Move to my other spot and hunt till dark. Okay, it's that eat a sandwich or two in the woods and move to my other spot. I'm talking in the woods off my stand, and then get done eating, move to another spot. Okay, I'm gonna be spending my time on my stand. It's time for that to take place. The seeking phase, in my opinion, is the best time during the rut to catch a buck cruising, because most of them aren't locked down on does yet. They're not as many does in estrus. There are does coming into estrus. The rut's just kicking off. They're covering more and more ground. They're going from one doe group to the next, to the next, to the next, looking for estrus does. Okay, that drive for them to breed, their testosterone levels rising really fast. It's time to get out there. So guys, it's time to really be pumped up. That's my hunting plan this weekend. I will say that next week I'm going to be hunting Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 4 days in a row. There's a reason for this. I didn't pick them 4 days to go hunting just by accident. It's the first 4 days of November. The seeking phase is coming on. The rut's coming on hard. I really believe, spending a lot of time in the woods is key. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video here. I hope it helps you out a little bit. Check out deerhuntingschool.com for more tips, information, things like that on deer hunting. You can go there. You can get my email address. If you have questions, you can shoot me an email. Okay. Subscribe to my channel. Leave comments below. And, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good day, and get out there on them stands. Spend some time on them. Hunt these bucks hard. They're going to be moving a lot here in the next few weeks to a month. They're going to be moving hard. It's the prime time. Okay. Have a good day, and bye-bye.